Have you ever felt it? That quiet, unrelenting weight pressing on your chest when you notice everyone else around you seemingly moving forward in life, achieving, celebrating, succeeding, while you feel stuck, frozen in the same place? You scroll through social media and see friends announcing promotions, new milestones, or exciting opportunities. You see peers posting photos of vacations, new homes, new cars, awards, recognition, and a voice quietly emerges in the corners of your mind. Why am I not there yet? Why am I falling behind? Why do I feel like I'm less successful than everyone else? That voice is subtle, almost invisible at first, but over time it grows louder. It convinces you that your worth is measured by comparison. It magnifies every minor setback and minimizes every small victory. According to me, this is one of the most common struggles for people who think deeply, feel intensely, and reflect on their lives constantly. The danger lies not in the accomplishments of others, but in the way your mind interprets them. Your mind does not always see the effort behind someone's success. It does not see the failures they endured, the countless hours of preparation, the rejections they faced, or the moments of self-doubt they overcame. All it sees is the final achievement, and in that moment, it convinces you that you are lacking. Let's be honest, this isn't just a feeling, it's an experience that consumes your daily life. You feel tension when you wake up. You feel anxiety when you scroll your feed. You feel self-doubt whenever you hear about someone else's success. And slowly, without realizing it, you begin measuring your value by someone else's achievements instead of your own growth. But why does this happen? Why does the mind so easily convince you that you are less when it's only interpreting appearances? According to me, there are several mechanisms at play. The first is comparison without context. You are measuring your reality against a highlight reel, not the full journey. You see the promotion, but not the failures. You see the celebration, but not the late nights, the doubts, or the sacrifices that made it possible. You see the surface, but never the foundation. And your mind, without permission, judges your progress as insufficient. The second mechanism is unrealistic expectations. People who feel deeply often set impossibly high standards for themselves. You want to excel in every area of life, career, relationships, personal growth, and when reality falls short, your mind interprets it as failure. Every unmet goal becomes a personal indictment. I should be further, I should have done better, I am not enough. According to me, this is not weakness, it is the mind amplifying fear and inadequacy. Your high standards are double-edged. They drive you to grow, but they also trap you in self-judgment. You punish yourself for progress others might celebrate. You magnify small mistakes and ignore the milestones you quietly achieve. The third mechanism is social pressure and conditioning. From a young age, you are taught what success should look like. Grades, salaries, awards, promotions, recognition. Society constantly measures, compares, and ranks you. And when your progress doesn't match these external benchmarks, the mind interprets it as failure. But here is the truth, and it is vital to understand: your path is unique, your timing is your own, your struggles, setbacks, and victories are personal. Comparing yourself to someone else's journey is meaningless. Yet your mind doesn't care. It thrives on comparison, and it will keep convincing you that you are behind until you confront it. Have you noticed how even small successes can feel insignificant when compared to others? You might achieve a personal milestone, but when you glance at someone else's progress, it suddenly feels trivial. They have done more than me. I am behind. I am not enough. This is not reality. It's perception magnified by your own mind. Even success can feel like a burden. When you accomplish something, the mind immediately asks, why not more? Why not faster? Why am I not achieving what they are? According to me, this is why deep thinkers often feel the constant shadow of inadequacy. Their perception of success is filtered through comparison, not through personal progress. And there is another layer, the fear of being exposed as an imposter. Even when you succeed, your mind may insist that it is temporary, undeserved, or accidental. This is imposter syndrome. It convinces you that your victories are flukes, that recognition is undeserved, and that one day the world will see your true inadequacy. Every time someone else achieves something, the mind triggers. They are better than you. They are more deserving. You are failing. This is a psychological trap that reinforces the feeling of being less. According to me, understanding this is critical. Achievement is not the measure of worth. Your value is intrinsic. You are not less than anyone else because of their success. Imagine this. You've worked tirelessly for months on a personal project, sacrificing evenings, weekends, and social time. You've poured every ounce of your focus into learning new skills, refining your work, and pushing past obstacles. Then, a colleague completes a similar project, and it is praised publicly. Immediately, your mind reacts, they succeeded faster. I am failing. I am less capable. Yet the invisible victories, the discipline you developed, the resilience you practiced, the lessons you absorbed remain unacknowledged by the world and sometimes even by yourself. These invisible victories, according to me, are the true foundations of lasting success. They will prepare you for achievements that outlast any single recognition. Another scenario. You scroll through social media and see someone your age traveling the world, starting a business, or earning accolades. Your immediate thought is, I'm behind. I will never reach that level. I'm failing. What you forget is that their life also has unseen struggles. Their achievements did not arrive overnight. They faced rejections, doubts, failures, and fears, just as you do, but your mind only compares the end result to your present moment, ignoring the process. This is why comparison is so destructive. It blinds you to your own progress and inflates the perceived gap. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself why the success of others triggers such a strong emotional response in you? Why does seeing someone else achieve something that you desire make your chest tighten, your stomach churn, and your mind spiral into endless comparison? According to me, it's because your unconscious mind interprets their progress as a reflection of your own inadequacy. It's not that they are better than you, but your mind convinces you that you are less, that you are failing, that your efforts are insufficient. And this is where the shadow begins to take shape, the part of your psyche that magnifies doubt, fear, and comparison. The shadow is subtle. It doesn't announce itself. It appears in moments of quiet reflection when you are alone with your thoughts. It is the whisper in your mind that says, look at them, look at all they have achieved, and look at you, still stuck, still behind, still failing. The problem is that your mind treats comparison as absolute truth. It doesn't account for context. It doesn't recognize effort, struggle, patience, or learning. It only sees results. And when you filter your reality through this distorted lens, even small differences in achievement feel like chasms of inadequacy. According to me, the shadow operates on three levels. Projection. You project your fears of inadequacy onto others. Every success you see in others becomes a mirror of what you believe you lack. Magnification. Your mind exaggerates the difference between their success and yours, creating an illusion that the gap is insurmountable. Internalization. You internalize these projections and magnifications, allowing them to define your self-worth, self-image, and self-confidence. This cycle repeats endlessly unless you consciously intervene. The longer you allow your mind to dwell on comparison, the deeper the shadow grows, until it becomes a dominant force, shaping your thoughts, decisions, and emotions. Deep thinkers by nature notice details others overlook. You reflect, analyze, and feel everything intensely. This sensitivity is a gift, but it also makes you acutely aware of gaps, differences, and perceived shortcomings. When a friend is promoted faster than you, when someone earns recognition for work similar to yours, or when someone achieves a dream you've been working toward, the mind reacts with heightened intensity. You internalize these moments as validation of your failure rather than as separate events on their own journey. According to me, this sensitivity can become a superpower if redirected. By understanding the mechanics of comparison, the emotional response can transform into motivation, insight, and reflection instead of self-judgment. Let's be honest. Social media is a magnifying glass for comparison. You scroll, and all you see are the highlight reels, carefully curated snippets of success, happiness, and achievement. You don't see the failures. You don't see the late nights. You don't see the emotional struggles. You see perfection, and your mind interprets it as a standard you must meet. And this is why the shadow thrives. It feeds on selective information, crafting narratives that make you feel less than. According to me, understanding this distortion is critical. What you see online is never the full reality. It's a story, not the truth. One way to break free is to practice conscious reflection. Ask yourself, am I comparing my behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel? Am I measuring my worth based on external validation instead of internal growth? What invisible progress am I making that I am overlooking? According to me, these questions are powerful because they shift focus from external markers to internal metrics, resilience, learning, emotional stability, and discipline. Imagine two people in the same field. One gets immediate recognition for a project, while the other works silently for months, building skills and refining ideas. To the outside world, the first person seems successful and the second invisible. But long term, the second person may surpass the first due to the depth of preparation and understanding they have cultivated. Your mind, however, often cannot see this. It interprets visible results as truth and invisible progress as failure. According to me, this misinterpretation is what fuels feelings of being less successful. Another scenario, you notice a peer earning accolades that align with your goals. Your shadow reacts, they are better than me. I am falling behind, I am failing. But this is perception, not reality. The peer's path is different, their struggles unique, and their achievements do not define your potential. Understanding this distinction is key to reclaiming your confidence and focus. Practical steps to manage the shadow awareness: recognize when comparison arises, pause, observe without judgment, reframing. Instead of seeing someone else's success as a measure of your failure, ask, what can I learn from this? What steps can I take to improve my journey? Celebrate your invisible wins. Reflect on the progress, effort, and growth that others cannot see. Journaling helps document these invisible victories. Limit comparison triggers. Reduce exposure to social media or environments that amplify comparison. Surround yourself with supportive individuals who value effort and growth, not just outcomes. Internal metrics of success: track resilience, skill development, emotional stability, and personal progress. According to me, internal mastery outweighs any external validation. Emotional exercises: spend 5 minutes daily reflecting on moments of growth that no one else witnessed. Did you handle a difficult situation with patience? Did you learn something new today? Did you persevere through a challenge that could have made you quit? Recognizing these moments trains your mind to value internal progress over external comparison. Now that you understand how comparison, unrealistic expectations, social pressure, and the shadow of self-doubt affect you, the next step is learning how to reclaim your mind and redirect this energy toward growth, clarity, and self-worth. According to me, The first thing you must do is recognize the illusion of comparison. When you feel inadequate because someone else seems ahead, pause, reflect, ask yourself, is their success a reflection of my inadequacy, or is it simply their journey unfolding on a different timeline? The moment you separate perception from reality, you regain power over your emotional state. Reframing is the act of turning what feels like a weakness or failure into a source of insight and growth. For example, instead of thinking, I am behind because they succeeded before me, try, their success shows what is possible. I can use this as guidance for my own journey. This is not about pretending or forcing positivity. It is about consciously choosing perspective. According to me, the mind will naturally try to default to envy and inadequacy, but awareness allows you to redirect that energy. Reflect on your past achievements, however small they might seem. Each challenge you have overcome, each skill you have learned, each time you persisted despite self-doubt, all of these are proof of your growth. When you internalize these victories, the shadow loses its power. Step 1. Daily reflection. Start a journal. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes each day to reflect on what you accomplished, learned, or improved. Ask yourself, did I handle a difficult situation with patience today? Did I complete a task I was procrastinating on? Did I persevere despite discomfort or uncertainty? According to me, this practice rewires your brain to value internal progress over external recognition. It shifts your focus from being less than to acknowledging how far I have come. Step 2. Limiting social comparison. Social media is a double-edged sword. It connects us, but it also amplifies the shadow of inadequacy. Seeing curated highlight reels creates the illusion that everyone else is ahead while you are stagnant. Take conscious control of your environment. Limit exposure to feeds that trigger comparison. Unfollow or mute accounts that generate envy or self-doubt. Follow profiles that inspire learning, growth, and introspection instead of superficial achievement. According to me, the goal is not isolation. It is curating inputs that align with your internal growth rather than feeding the shadow. Step 3. Celebrate invisible wins. Many people only recognize visible success, promotions, awards, recognition. But your effort, your resilience, and your consistent work often go unseen. Celebrating these invisible victories strengthens your sense of self and diminishes the shadow of inadequacy. Ask yourself at the end of each day, what did I do today that required discipline or courage? What progress did I make, even if small? How did I respond to challenges differently than I did before? These reflections cultivate internal validation, which is far more reliable than external acknowledgement. Step 4. Embrace personal metrics. Stop measuring yourself by the markers of others. Create your own standards. Emotional stability. How well do you manage your feelings? Resilience. How do you respond to setbacks? Knowledge and skill growth. Are you improving consistently? Discipline and habits. Are you staying consistent with your priorities? According to me, these internal metrics are more important than external validation. Success is not how fast others move, it is how intentionally you grow every single day. Using the shadow as a tool, your feelings of inadequacy, envy, and comparison are not enemies. They are signals. According to me, the shadow points to areas that need attention. Where are you letting external standards define your worth? Where are you neglecting self-reflection and personal growth? Where could energy spent on comparison be redirected toward mastery and learning? By confronting these uncomfortable emotions instead of suppressing them, you transform the shadow into a guide rather than a tyrant. Imagine this. You apply for a job you want only to find someone else is hired. Immediately, your mind reacts. I failed. I am not good enough. They are better. Now, according to me, the reframing would be recognize your effort, you prepared, applied, and gave your best. Reflect on growth. What can you improve for next time? What skills did you develop in this process? Observe without judgment. The other person's success does not negate your worth. This approach converts perceived failure into a lesson, not a judgment of value. Building long-term perspective. Feeling less successful is often a symptom of short-term thinking. You compare snapshots, not trajectories. According to me, long-term growth is not linear. It's uneven, hidden, and cumulative. Someone may succeed faster now, but your consistent effort will compound. Someone else may appear more skilled, but your depth of understanding can surpass them over time. True mastery requires patience, reflection, and persistence. Comparison tricks the mind into seeing only gaps and losses. Conscious reflection allows you to see growth and potential. Reflection. Daily exercises, strengthen internal validation and diminish the shadow. Morning reflection, set intentions based on your internal metrics rather than external comparison. Midday check-in, note one small achievement or act of growth. Evening journaling, write down invisible victories and lessons learned from setbacks. According to me, repetition of this practice gradually rewires the mind to focus on personal evolution rather than envy or inadequacy. Step 5. Mindful comparison. Comparison is inevitable, but you can control how it affects you. When you notice envy or inadequacy arise, pause, breathe, observe the feeling without judgment. Ask, what can I learn from this person's success? How can I use this to improve my own journey? Redirect energy toward action, not self-criticism. This transforms comparison from a poison into a mirror of potential. Using stories for motivation. Consider an athlete training for years without recognition, while a competitor receives accolades. The athlete may feel less successful, but the dedication, skill, and resilience built in the shadows eventually lead to mastery and success beyond external markers. According to me, life is full of invisible work, moments where growth is internal and the results are delayed. Recognizing this helps you maintain perspective and confidence in your journey. Final thoughts and empowerment. Feeling less successful than those around you is not truth. It's perception shaped by comparison, fear, and self-doubt. According to me, your growth is unique. Your journey cannot be measured against others. Your progress is valid, even if unseen. Your worth is intrinsic, independent of external achievement. Stop measuring yourself against others. Focus on internal mastery, emotional growth, and daily progress. Celebrate invisible victories. Honor your path. Recognize that the shadow you feel is a guide pointing toward areas of growth, resilience, and personal empowerment. Comment, I am enough, if you are ready to stop comparing yourself to others and honor your journey. Subscribe for more insights on emotional mastery, self-improvement, and the psychology of personal growth. Remember, you are not behind, you are evolving, you are learning, you are building resilience, mastery, and self-worth every single day.